know now more than ever that we need a space to be rooted in healing. And we know that because we are raising Black neurodivergent children during this time.
As the co-founders of Autism in Black, we realized 8 years ago that there really wasn't a space for us to feel safe, for us to take care of our children, and more importantly, for the community to come together.
So we invite you into our space, a space of healing, for the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference. I'm Maria Davis-Pierre. I'm the CEO and founder of Autism in Black.
AIB communities, yours truly, Dr. Barry Pierre, the co-founder of Autism in Black, and I welcome you to West Palm Beach, Florida, to join me on the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference.
Happening here in West Palm Beach, Florida, April 17th through the 19th. If you are a Black autistic adult, professional, or parent, we want to welcome you into this space. Welcome to that new intro we doing here today. Welcome.
New things are happening. Dates are changing, so we had to update. We had to upgrade. Let's go.
Oh, goodness. Welcome back. We've been gone for a few days, but welcome back to the Vision to Venue series. I am Maria Davis-Pierre, the CEO and founder of Autism in Black, here with my husband.
What's going on, AIB community? Yours truly, Dr. Barry Pierre, co-founder of Autism in Black. Welcome to the Vision to Venue series, where we get to talk to you as we gear up for another conference. It's about to be in the books. I'm excited, y'all. Let's go.
Woo! So this is our Vision to Venue series. So if this is your first time tuning in, this is where we give you a behind-the-scenes look at what it takes for us to take our vision of the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference, happening April 17th through the 19th in Palm Beach, West Palm Beach, Florida, or virtually from wherever you want to be. And we show you how what it takes for us to take that vision and bring it to the venue on April 17th. And before we get into today's episode, you know what we like to do. We like to throw it to Dr. Barry so he could tell us where we are with our YouTube goal.
Yes, what's going on? So again, this is your first time catching this. When we started this series, our goal was to say, hey, you know what? Let's make like a little TV series leading up to the conference, and we post all of our episodes on our YouTube channel. At the same time, we put a call out to our audience to say, hey, you know what? Y'all should subscribe to the YouTube channel, right? Because guess what's happening on the YouTube channel? Not only can you catch every episode, we're on episode 34 today. So not only can you catch all of our prior episodes leading up to it, but you can catch all the podcast episodes, Mindful Monday episodes, everything that you like from a visual perspective in regards to the Autism in Black community is there for you, right? In fact, this week alone, we have an episode redefining strength, Black fatherhood, and neurodivergent brilliance, right? So if you have not had a chance to even catch the episode on the audio tip, you can head over to YouTube channel and check that out. So again, make sure you are subscribed, hit the notification bell. Our goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're up to 681, which means we've had over 100 people subscribe to the series, to the episode channel once we started this series, right? So shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. Love y'all for that. Shout out to AIB community.
Yes. So thank you all for that. After we're done with today's live, if you have not subscribed, head over to YouTube and hit that subscription bell. While we are live today, drop down in the comments on Instagram. That's why I'm looking over here. Or if you're tuning in on Facebook and YouTube, drop down in the comments where you're tuning in from so that we can shout you out. And it has been, first of all, we're going to apologize because we did tell y'all that we were going to go live at least Thursday or Friday of last week, and we did not. We got busy we were out at a business conference that turned into a little bit of a vacation for me and Dr. Barry as well, because I told y'all I was going to see New Edition and going to see Bobby Brown. So we did not do what we were supposed to do and go live at the latter part. So
but I will tell y'all, we did do some good work for y'all, right? Like the ideas that we were able to, because obviously we don't do these things for the fun of it, right? Some obviously New Edition may be for a little fun, but the ideas that we got from our mastermind, shout out to Lamar Tyler, Ronnie Tyler, Traffic Sales and Profit. I'm a part of the mastermind. The ideas that we got from that 2-3 day stint, I can't wait to implement for the AIB community. I'm so excited to be able to hunker down and go to work. Obviously, we got a conference going up, but like there's some things that are in the works that continue to make the conference, the summits, the future webinars, everything we're going to do in the future is going to be amazing. So it's definitely not a 100% play thing, maybe like an 80% play thing. Yeah, maybe like a 70 to 80. Right?
I think it was more like 50-50.
50-50. Sure, I like it. I like it. And then of course we enjoyed our time with New Edition. It was my second time seeing them in concert.
Third or fourth. It was our third, fourth. Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember. So shout out to New Edition. Y'all made a lasting impression on me. I thought it was the second time seeing y'all. So shout out to you.
Barry, please don't play with me about it. I don't have time for whatever you're doing too much. So yes, we did learn a lot. There's going to be some implementation that happens next year because next year is year 10 for Autism in Black. So I know you guys are going to be excited about those things. But right now, what we have coming up is the 6th annual Autism in Black conference happening April 17th through the 19th. We're almost 2 weeks away. On Friday, we will be 2 weeks away from the 6th annual conference, guys.
Exciting.
So with that, we are going to today talk about kind of getting back into the groove and the countdown and what it looks like in these last 2.5 weeks, give some updates and go from there and get back into our Vision to Venue series for these last 2 weeks. And we do have some updates because we know what's happening tomorrow. If you guys have been watching the socials and getting your emails, you know something's happening to those ticket prices tomorrow. So we're going to talk about that as well. So as you can hear, I came back from Atlanta with a respiratory sinus situation. The pollen, I'm allergic to pollen. The pollen did your girl in. We don't have these problems here in West Palm Beach. Another reason to come join us because we're not dealing with those pollen issues. So I'm going to throw it over to Dr. Barry and let him take lead. And I'm going to be following him as we do today's episode.
Yeah, so again, exciting times again as we count down to the conference. Again, link is scrolling across, or just if you're watching it live or even watching the replay, hit comment the word conference, and we'll send you a link to the registration page. Again, virtual, in person. If you're doing in person, definitely want to try to do it as quick as possible because obviously, especially with the rooms and everything, want to do that as quick as possible.
The room block is closed. That was closed.
All right, so
that room block is closed, but you can still get a room at the host hotel. It's just not with our discount.
Yeah. So there's plenty of places in South Florida to book your stuff. So thankfully, we're in a very populated area from that perspective. But as we get into the month of April, a lot of important things happen in the month of April. The autism. This is where and I talk about this in the medicine side. On medicine, in the month of October, everyone starts wearing pink. Right, everyone starts wearing pink, right, because it's all about breast cancer awareness. Right. Guess what happens in April? Guess what? All of a sudden, people are going to find very important to talk about in April, right? That's right, autism, right? Autism. That conversation, again, and obviously in here, y'all know if our org, we talk about it 24/7, every day of the week, 365, 366 on the leap year. When is the next leap year? Now that I think about it, as I'm talking out loud, I don't know when's the next leap year. Do they still do leap years? Put in a comment if they do. I don't even know. But yes, they still do leap year. So whenever that leap year is, we're going to do it 366 on that year as well, right? But like obviously in April, right? April is where the turn up happens, right? And that's part of the reason why we do have our conference in April, because it does become a topic of important conversation for a lot of other people outside of the autism and Black community. But y'all rock with us, so y'all know that we hold y'all down all year out, talking about autism, talking about the Black experience.
Exactly. And that is one of the reasons we do our conference in April, because we know that there's a lot more eyes spotlighting what's going on in regards to autism. And we know that starting tomorrow, there's going to be a lot of people having those conversations. There's going to be a lot of people focusing more on autism. And we just want y'all to know that some of that information you're not going to need to listen to. Okay. Some of it's going to be performative. Some of these people actually really don't care. Right. So we have to be mindful about what we're consuming this month. April is always a month where I enjoy our conference, but it's also very exhausting because there's a lot of people providing information that it's just not for us, right? So we have to be cautious about what we're consuming. It can be overwhelming with the month of April as well. And this is also a month that a lot of people forget that there is a Black side to autism, that intersectionality happens. It's another reason that, we make sure that people understand that our conference is out there and our voices are important. So with that, keep in mind to take care of self for the month of April and get your tickets to the Autism in Black conference, where we know that we stand on business regarding, the information and the stuff that you should consume. So there's that.
Business.
Before you get there, Bill, I just want to say hi to everybody who's watching. I see Sonia put conference in the chat. And yes. Sonia, where are you watching from? Hopefully you get your ticket. So we are live right now. So drop in the chat, talk with us so we can talk back with you to make sure that we're answering any questions. Now, go ahead.
Yeah, speaking of business, again, remember, for those who have been watching an ad or an email or a post, the prices do go up tomorrow. So the prices do increase tomorrow for all levels, in person, virtual, general, VIP, platinum. They're all going up. Again, as we get towards the end, close to the conference, like, we got to factor in, we may have some people who kind of squeeze in there, right? So the prices will go up tomorrow. So definitely get your chance. If you're thinking about getting your tickets, get your tickets tonight, right? All right, ASAP. Get your tickets ASAP. They won't triple, right? So because I know we had that question. We're not tripling the prices, right? So just so y'all don't get too scared, because obviously we know who our AIB community is, right? But we do have to obviously increase it just to kind of make up for hotel rooms and F&B and all of these other things that we got to account for. But they're not going to triple in price. They are going up. And guess what? Link is scrolling across. Get your registration ticket on.
Yes. Get your tickets, and this is actually because we've had early bird pricing, then we had our regular pricing, and for both of those we actually did not raise the price of our platinum ticket. So if you have been eyeing that platinum ticket, that price actually will be raising tomorrow with the rest of them, because it has not raised when we raised the prices in the past. So if you've been eyeing the tickets, especially in-person tickets, go ahead and get your tickets before tomorrow morning at some point, when Dr. Berry changes out those ticket prices. If you know you're coming, get your ticket at a lower rate, right? We don't want you having, because there's a lot of you who know you're coming. And we know you're coming because you do it every year, where y'all get your ticket after we raise the price. And I want y'all to save some money. So get your ticket today, knowing that we are raising those prices tomorrow, because with events, F&B, when, the closer we get, because we've already put in that order for a certain number, the more people come in, we have to change those numbers, the more money we have to pay out. We have to get more for in-person people. We do have things that you guys get to put in your bags and all of that. So we have to order more of those. So if you know that you're coming, get your ticket tonight so that you don't have to, pay the extra fees that go along with events. So get your ticket. You know you're coming. We know you're coming. You know you're coming, because every year y'all wait until like 2 or 3 days before and get your ticket. So get your ticket today. Get your ticket.
So the funny ones are always the ones who get like the day of conference goers. We'd be like,
Or the
especially,
second
and obviously this is a Vision Venue series, right? So just so y'all can kind of understand what typically has to go down, right? Like when that happens, right? Like if you get your ticket right now, you get an email confirmation, hey, thank you for dinner, boom, boom, boom. And then, there's a time where we'll send you all your information, how to log in and all that stuff. What typically happens is once it gets that close to the conference, obviously you're not gonna be like someone like me or Maria, like being able to kind of manually email you. So then I have to go back and change emails. I have to make sure registration, like there's a lot of things that we typically have to do on the back end as well to make sure that there's no delay, that you buy a ticket the day. So that's why you can buy a ticket the day of and be watching. But like things have to change that day of, wording and everything else. So yes, it is much easier. Again, it is what it is. But we've been doing this for so long, we just anticipate that there's going to be a certain, like it's now factored in, right? And that was one of the things with our business meeting over the weekend, last week, is just understanding that there's just we just have to factor in that there's a certain number of people, right, who are going to register after we raise the prices. Right. Mm-hmm. And we can assure you there's been people who've been saying the price has been too high since we did the early bird. Right. So we understand that. Like if y'all thought the early bird prices were too high, y'all definitely might think the newer prices at the number. But hey, I always say when it comes to price, right, as long as value supersedes it, the price doesn't matter. Right. Yes. And that's one thing that we do in AIB is that we make sure the value supersedes whatever price we happen to be offering.
Far
So it's usually not a concern of mine.
Mm-hmm. Yes, because we know once you've gotten your ticket and you are in the room, whether you're in the room physically or virtually, that you're going to get more than your conference ticket is worth. We know that for sure. Yep. So, for those who's saying it's too high and things of that nature, okay, we understand that, right? And there's other things that we offer. But if you know that you are attending and we're raising those prices tomorrow, go ahead and get your ticket today. I want to save you some money. So get your ticket today. And if you're coming in person, I believe I have to check to see the date, but we stopped in-person tickets before the conference. Virtual, y'all already know. Y'all be getting y'all tickets on day 2 of the conference. Right. Going. So those will still happen. But in-person ticket sales I'll have the date tomorrow. They will stop before the actual conference because those numbers for in-person actually do make a difference, and we have to have a solid number. So those ticket sales
the venue stuff like that's. It's not something that you can kind of sneak on the day of, because we had someone coming the day of last year, and we were like, and it was so much trouble to try to figure out, like, all right, how do we even process this? Like, how do we even, yeah.
So no, it's we cannot. So, and I know it seems, as we talked about, our team consists of, you're looking at the 2, and then our 3 team members that we have, and then we have outsourced help with the conference. But when it comes to the back end stuff, it's Dr. Barry that's doing that. So let's try to lessen the stress for Dr. Barry and go ahead and get your tickets because you want to attend with us. We have an amazing weekend planned. This year is going to be the year you need to attend. As we've said, we got some things in store. Yes. For next year, there's going to be some changes that are happening. So this year is the year that you need to be getting your tickets before some things change. And if you want to know what those changes are, then get your ticket, because on the last day, we're going to be talking about what's in store for Autism in Black. So we want to see you. We have an amazing lineup of speakers. The content is going to be there. It is going to be a good time. So what else are we talking about today?
I think that obviously that's a big thing, right? So get your tickets, That's obviously that's why we're stressing it. Again, it's only about 16 more days. We only have about 16 more days, right? 17 more days. We're pretty much like starting tomorrow, but and obviously we don't do this Vision to Venue series on the weekends, right? So yeah, it's gonna be a good old time. If you've caught any of our ads or photos, or if you follow the newsletter, you should be on a newsletter. You should be on the email list. You should be on the YouTube page, right? We're just very excited because obviously we do so much work for the conference. But again, we're already planning post-conference stuff. But right now, we're focused. Right now, the focus is on getting you guys the best experience that you guys are going to have at the 6th Annual Autism in Black Conference, right? So yeah, we're gonna have a good time, y'all. We're very, very excited for what's to come, and especially like I said, because we see all the comments, we see all the shares, we see everyone tagging your friends and family members, and like especially and shout out to the AIB adjacent community, those who they may not necessarily be affected directly per se, like in their own house, but they know someone who is. So when they see our ads, they see our videos, they're tagging their friends, they're tagging their family members. Because I see that all the time, and I love y'all, appreciate y'all for that.
I really do, because I saw one today and they were like tagging their family member, and the family member's like, I already got my ticket. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I love to see, because we need to make sure that there's no gatekeeping, and our experience is completely different. And that's not a brag or whatever. It's just what it is. It's extremely different what we cultivate and the intent in which we go about putting on this event. And this year is different for us. We know that we are dealing with an administration who is just out here doing wild things. I don't want to get my account flagged right now because we are doing ads after the conference. I might, not say wild, I'll use a different word, but they are out here doing wild things, and every day we wake up to something, right? So this year more than ever, we do need to be rooted in healing together in community. So get your tickets, because we want to see you. We want to be in community with you. We want to make sure that we are preparing ourselves for the next 2.5 years with these individuals in this administration, because we know that even though it feels like they have been there a long time, we're just in year one. So if we have 2 years and 7 months left, 2 years, 7 months left of these individuals, we need to make sure that we are prepared accordingly. And you do that by being in community and being in the room with us.
That is so funny. Yeah, it hasn't even been 2 years. That's so cool.
It hasn't even been 2 years. It feels like 4. But yeah, we just hit 1 year in January, and it's just March. So I'm exhausted. I know y'all are exhausted, and we have to make sure that we are taking care of self during this time, because it's just going to get worse. And that's the reality of it. And for whatever reason, they do have their eyes on autism and the disability space. And we already know how they feel about Black people. So with what that means for us is that we have to be intentional about how we maneuver through these next 2 years and change. So get your tickets, because we are going to be addressing all of that uncensored at our conference. And y'all know how we do. We don't hold back. So be in the room.
Be in the room. That's it. That's that. We can probably end it right there. Be in the room.
Be in the room.
Be in the room, y'all. Hit the link. Hit the link.
Or drop conference in the chat. Even if you're watching replay, you can drop conference on any of our social media posts, and it will send you the actual registration page so you can check it out. All of the information is on there. We will update it with the schedule this week. We have addressed the times. I think on Monday's episode of last week, we talked about the actual scheduling times. And then on episode 13, we talked about all those ticket tiers. So go and watch episode 13 and secure your ticket today before those prices go up tomorrow. And yeah,
hey, let me tell you what's gonna happen, because tomorrow, once they go up, we're not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna make it seem like it was those are the prices. So you won't even like hear us talk about like the prices went up. The price is the price.
Yes, right. We like to give y'all a good amount of time to prepare. You've had a long time to prepare for those ticket prices. They go up tomorrow, and then for us tomorrow, we're going to be talking about that countdown and whatever else is leading up to April 17th through the 19th, guys.
Yes, indeed.
April 17th through the 19th. I'm excited. We have so much planned for you all, and it's going to be amazing. It really is. So I want y'all in the room, virtually, physically. You need to be in the room, because we are going to ensure that we are rooted in healing for these next 2 years and change. So get your tickets is all I can say. That's all I can say. Get your tickets. Get your tickets. Come join us.
Yes.
Tomorrow we'll be chatting about something. It will be April 1st. So we'll be chatting about something, I know. And I know we have some new things in store that we're also dropping for the month of April. And I think we reveal those on Friday. But if we can reveal it early, I might. But I know on our back end, it's going to be revealed on Friday. Some of the new things we have in store, some more resources, and other things that we have for you all. One thing I will say, I know our conference shirt is going to be revealed this week. We have a conference shirt that attendees and, or not, will be able to purchase to have, because I know you guys like to have the conference shirts. So they will be there. And then we might have some actually in person at the conference, but we'll see, because that's just something else I have to worry about, and I really
right
with that. So with that, I'm going to take some meds and lay down. Hopefully tomorrow I sound better, feel better. And hopefully you guys get your tickets. If you're on the email list, you'll get another email tonight telling you to get those tickets. And then tomorrow we're going to act like nothing in regards to those ticket prices. So enjoy your Monday. Tomorrow we'll be back at 5:30. 5:30, right, Dr. Berry?
Mm-hmm.
We'll be back live tomorrow, 5:30, for our Wednesday show. And I think I started off today saying Happy Monday, and it's Tuesday. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for our Wednesday show, and get through the rest of this week. And with that, enjoy your Monday evening, all, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, everybody.